Shalom everybody. I wanted to make this video. It's going to be a short video concerning, like all my other videos, it's concerning Paul. Some of the things that they saying, that Paul was saying, and that, they got Paul figured out wrong. Because if you read in Acts, chapter 21, and I think it goes all the way up to 27, it's telling a story about Paul and some of the things he was coming up against, and mainly it was people accusing him of something, and these things that they accuse him of was really let me tell you this way, the Christians today are saying that Paul is teaching us things of the law that we don't do anymore. We don't do the law. We're not under no law or anything like that. But if you read Acts chapter 21, these people coming here accusing Paul of teaching against the law and the law of Moses. And guess what? He said he's not teaching against the law or Moses, that he keeps the law. So where do they get this at? Where do they get where Paul is teaching against Moses' law, thinking the law is somehow it's bad? It's just let me give you an example. Right here in Acts it says, and they are informed of thee that, now this is in Acts chapter 21, chapter 21 verse 21, and it says, and they are informed of thee that thou teach all the Jews which are among the Gentiles, listen, to forsake Moses, saying that thou art not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs. Now, Paul is saying he's not doing this. If you keep on reading, it's right after that, it's talking about that there was some men. It was going to go through. Let's see, let me read it. It says, let me just read this whole thing. What is it therefore? The multitude must needs to come together, for they will hear that thou art come. Do therefore this, that we say to thee, we have 4 men which have a vial on them. Now listen, take and purify thyself with them, and be at charge with them, that they may shave their heads, and all may know that these things whereof they were informed concerning thee are nothing. It means they're wrong. They're accusing Paul of something that he ain't doing. And it says, but and nothing, but that thou thyself also walketh orderly and keepeth the law. So Paul was going to do something to prove to the people that he wasn't teaching against Moses' law. And I mean, where does these people get that that the law that somehow Paul was teaching, or still is? The Christians are accusing Paul still of teaching against the law. The very thing Paul was getting accused of here is the same thing the Christians are doing today. They're accusing Paul of teaching against Moses' law. So And Paul, in his defense, listen to this, what he says right here. Let's go over to Acts chapter 24, verse 13. It says, Neither can they prove the things whereof they now accuse me, but this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the Yah of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and in the prophets. See, Paul, he is not teaching against the law. And if you say he is, you are accusing him of it. The same thing that these people here that day was accusing Paul of is the same thing that's happened today. The Christians are accusing Paul of teaching against Moses' law. That's the same thing that's happening today. They're accusing Paul of something that he didn't do. You know, if they was teaching against Moses' law or the law of the Most High Yah, if any of these, John, Matthew, any of them would hear of that, they would be right on him. But they wouldn't. They understood what Paul was talking about. They understood that he's not teaching against Moses' law. The people are today. What they're accusing Paul of is exactly what they're doing. The Christians are teaching today. They're teaching that Moses' law is done away with. That's exactly what's going on. Paul never taught against Moses' law or the prophets. But the Christians today are, and they are accusing Paul of doing the same thing. I just wanted to make this short video just to get somebody a thinking, to get their mind to say, well, we don't do these things anymore. Well, that ain't what Paul said. You misunderstood all the things that Paul said because it was wrote that way for a purpose. There was a reason why. So I just wanted to make this short video. Thanks for everybody watching. Love y'all.